For years, I've been wandering through the digital space, unaware of my actions, no compass at all. Actions came from this impulsive state, but still, I was longing for more. Reflection got a tool early on for myself to sort of understand where I might be heading. Something in myself told me that I shall not let go of deeper questions about whether I'm approaching life in the right way or I'm heading into the right direction. I was having some solid interests from time to time, but they've always been drifting. So I was trying to approach things that have higher complexity of what I could possibly take, because I was seeking knowledge, I was seeking growth in some way. I was starting to understand that this life is built on more and I can be part of it, but I need to learn. I need to get comfortable with this hardness of life, this difficulty of gaining knowledge, but something that truly makes me feel like it's fulfilling. This interest in my mind, in our minds, in life in general, in the ungraspable, sort of gave me some energy to immerse myself in psychology or science. But the problem was that I was trying to gain this knowledge through surface engagement. I wasn't truly immersing myself in it because I was chasing transformation via the consumption of it. I didn't know a path to truly gain a knowledge, nor being able to abstract these higher level concepts into something that would sort of pave my way onto my own journey. So years later, this made me want to reflect on it to understand where this origin is coming from, which led me to the conclusion that all these patterns we are tapping into are based on the upbringing we had, are based on our youth. This once again made me understand that I could only move beyond that threshold if I'm truly recognizing this problem as something painful I want to move beyond. Because there is no fulfillment in treating things only on the surface. If we try to get better at something, if we try to find more fulfillment, more progress in what we do, we need to get into the depth. But through all these years, I've had these two anchors. I didn't understand quite yet how important they might be. But from an early stage on, I told myself that I shall never stop questioning my own beliefs, my own actions, and to never take things as they are. So let's get to a point where we can start to wrap this up in something that we can apply onto our lives. Based on my journey and what I've been taking away from it, I had these two primary anchors. One, to never stop questioning my own beliefs, my own actions. And for the second is to never stay stuck in passive acceptance or taking things as they come in life. Because everything is agile if you're known to what kind of thing you're trying to interchange within yourself. And this needs the clarity. This needs a clear view on what we are going after. These two things are the foundation to not stop getting behind the progress, to not stay stuck in this passive immersion of pseudo productivity or whatever kind of things that might hold you back. Because if we apply such anchors like these questions or these sort of realizations into our daily lives, just like everything else we do on a daily basis, they become a habit as well. And if we face a habit of something deeply within us that's telling us we are not okay with how life is and we want to find our truest fulfillment from deep within us, then this will lead to progress if we stick to it. And by sticking to it, you can take it quite literally and stick something onto your wall that you're not forgetting about, such an anchor. And after going through these anchors for years and years, I started to understand one main thing I've been missing out all this time. And that was to apply that goal of fulfillment onto the things I'm valuing in a positive way in the world, and onto parts I want to see change in, I want to contribute to, because it's important for myself. And we all carry these things because we have daily actions we go after. And if there's no clear value being formed yet, or not this kind of clear vision of a change for the world, or where you could apply your value in, then it's always a good idea if we just look at the daily actions we are choosing to sort of understand where our values might lead us towards. Because if we start to reflect on these daily actions, we can make patterns. We see how they form within our behaviors. And once we recognize such patterns and still question and reflect on these actions on, and we see that this action can be linked to fulfillment through this personal connection within our action, we are getting sort of a context from an intention we can apply onto the world through our own impact. The good thing about this is that we don't need to get into a rush of just finding what the thing of fulfillment is, because we are having these actions we like to do each and every day, which form this intention through the context of our actions. And once this sort of image of this inner mirror out into the world is clear, we can think about ways how to get it into the world. But this needs a fire that has to be ignited deeply within us. And if there's no action that ignites this fire within us, then we might just stay stuck in a system where others decide for us. What I found out is that this igniting of this fire is way easier accessible if I can truly apply it onto the world in a positive, impactful way, where it truly has a purpose, not just a superficial kind of value of myself because I just want to make money or I just want to live free. If I can find this fire and if I can devote myself to this igniting of this fire through the lens of an impact I can make in the world, through this true purpose within myself, then nothing gonna stop me from truly progressing. And this was the most important realization I had within all these years. I just thought that I would need to fit into something and work up from there, when in the end the process was completely different, and I would need to sort of understand for myself at first what I truly value. So to map out a process of a potential transformation, we started by utilizing daily anchors. Anchors like questioning ourselves, our actions, reflecting on our actions, and not taking things as they are because we are not happy with how things get thrown at us. Throughout a daily habit of an action that forms this pattern, this context, we are starting to be able to form this intention out of it. This intention that is a drive. And this intention is something deeply intrinsic because you started to see it within your own life, because you're doing things on a daily basis just because it makes you feel fulfilled. And this is there for your understanding, for your growth. This interest in this thing is then the basis for the intention that's being formed over time. Because only through this progress, this growth within this action, we're able to see clear enough to understand that this action has a higher intention from deep within us. So if we are clear enough, if we made enough progress within this action we like to go after, we can start to think about ways to get it into the world. And that's where we can apply our intention from the action onto the impact we can make within the world. All these parts are being driven from the interest on to the purpose of yours, to this clear imagery of the intention out into the world with an impactful way. Because in the end, our interests are those parts that make us contribute to our own lives and to everyone else's. Transformation begins with a question. Questioning itself.